And we are live. So who would like to give us a recap from last session?
Let's have a look. Actually, I didn't write notes last session, but I do remember what happened. I have a pretty good memory. Hang on.
Get after it.
Okay, so where did we start? That's all I need, and I can tell us where we ended.
You guys were talking to Brevan.
We're talking to Brevan, and then we decided to, we went to open all the portals, didn't we?
You did something before then, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did we?
I think
someone else.
Sorry, I thought we started split up. That was a session right after our emails, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes. You did start split up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Peitri and Elmorn were with Timekeeper Stetson.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Marthow and Kolmar were in Gronk's place. Found out that Gronk was into torturing and butchering people, and maybe he had no knack for it, but tried to create sew together parts to make abominations similar to those which we saw in the Fort Deep Dark. It would just kind of detail the life of Gronk a little bit through his journal. And I feel like that was a good portion of the session, was kind of dealing with those split party quests.
Yep.
And then we went back to Back Bar saying, all right, we just need to storm the gates because we
went back where?
We went back
Bar? I think you're crossing games.
Yeah. We went back to Brevan. And we realized that we didn't have much time at all.
And what made you realize that?
We had a vision of the clock, which was, I believe, an hour and a half or 2 hours ahead of the current time, while we were on our way back to Brevan. And it kind of we needed to move quickly because that was when the coming was going to start. So we started marching for war. The idea was to open up multiple planes and portals, and like a 2-front assault or maybe a 3-front assault. I don't remember the exact number.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that Marthow was not with Elmorn and Kolmar, I believe, or I don't remember who split up with who, but I remember that Kolmar and I were different because we both.
I was with Kolmar and Brevan.
Okay, and then so Elmorn and I were together. Definitely.
So just a couple other important details to cover is that you guys, in your vision, it was the clock was about an hour ahead of the time that it currently was, and also you had the vision of Gronk getting the blood from the suspected vampire into his mouth. And then what else was there? Oh yeah, and then also the 12 moons of Eberron all being in the night sky and full.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which never happens.
Right. As far as you guys can remember, nothing like that has ever happened. Like, there have been multiple full moons before, different types and things like that, but never any kind of alignment like what's happening now. And so you guys are getting prepared for what's happening, and then all of a sudden you guys have a strange feeling. Okay. So you guys have a strange feeling come over your bodies. It's like a kind of a cool tingling sensation that just kind of fills you. And then it passes rather quickly. Each of you needs to make a wisdom save.
Does it have any charm effects or anything along those lines? Like, what's the feeling? No? Okay. Let me get the dice roller.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my dice roller up too.
So there it is.
No worries. You guys need the link?
Oh, I got
found it. It's just it's a wisdom save, is it? 23.
God. Okay, there we go. 12.
Marthow?
Oh, wait, actually 13.
I got 10.
Okay. Alrighty.
I have to add my proficiency.
Okay, so each of you suddenly you look over and Peitri has fallen. He seems like he's just kind of suddenly passed out and he's fallen. And his eyes are closed for a moment. And then Peitri, you see yourself opening your eyes. You're looking up at the night sky from the ground. So at that point, the people around Peitri help him up. And then before you guys even steady him on his feet, there is suddenly a piercing sound in the distance.
It's those nasty lycans.
Immediately you look over to the sound, and on the horizon, in the bright moonlight of the 12 moons reflecting the light of the sunken sun, you see these figures all across, like as far as you can see, from horizon to horizon. And in the middle is a massive figure that is very much wolfish, lupine in its appearance. And then suddenly you can see that one look into the night sky at the moons. And these things just start lapping at you from the distance, charging Brevan's army and all of you. Despite their distance in how far away they were, they seem to close the distance within a minute. They're the fastest things you've ever seen. Now, all of a sudden, Brevan's army is beset by wolves and wolf-like people, like lycanthropes. You can see them tearing into people. You can hear the blood spilling and the screams of people as claws pass through armor and flesh, disemboweling Brevan's soldiers. And
Okay.
within a moment, these things are going to be upon you.
Can I interrupt real quick? Did I miss something? Are we in an alternate universe right now? Or is this the same story from last week? Are we continuing even without Kolmar right now?
This is the same story.
Oh, I thought this was like Bizarro World. Okay.
And how far away are Elmorn and Marthow from us? Like from me and Kolmar and Brevan, I guess.
No,
Because
you're all right
they went
there.
off. Oh, everyone. So this is just before
You're all right there.
them leaving. Gotcha.
We're all together now? Because we came in different portals. Remember, we were like in a triangle. You remember that?
Yeah.
So now we're all together?
Yeah.
Did they get chased by the lycans here? Is that why they're here?
No, not as far as you can see.
Okay.
Wait, who's they? Who are you talking about, they, Peitri?
Elmorn and
Okay.
Marthow, yeah. Because I thought you guys would have, like, if you were coming from the other triangle, you guys would have ran towards us kind of thing. Because we have the biggest army. Or at least
Yeah,
the most,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know either. Let's fuck
So-
these lycans up.
You guys have seconds before they're upon you. And the largest one is definitely the closest to you. This thing is huge. It's probably 9 feet tall. Muscles rippling, bigger, wider, more massive than Gronk, with teeth that shine in the moonlight as long as daggers, dripping with foam, and claws that are at least as long as each of its fingers.
Without
So can I just say that was the perfect description as, like, Lisa's in the background folding clothes? Like, dripping claws, foam mouth. And she's just in the
Hold on
background
1 second.
folding shirts. Razor sharp teeth. I'm doing the laundry. So unaffected by all his words.
Yeah.
Is he getting on her for being in the shot? Get out of my shot. This is live. Were you yelling at her for being in your shot? This is live. She's not allowed to be in your shot.
No, I was not yelling at her for being in my shot. She knows her place is to be doing the laundry.
Oh.
I hope you like the couch behind you. That's where you're gonna sleep.
Yeah,
I hope your
that's
couch is comfortable, dude. Damn.
They're saying they hope that my couch is big enough for me to sleep.
Yeah, you're not using a mattress.
So without a moment's hesitation, I see this big werewolf thing charging at us. I look to Elmorn and I just give him I say go get him, and I cast enlarge on Elmorn.
Ooh. I didn't know you took that spell. Nice.
I did.
Let me say that I dismounted before he cast enlarge on me.
break
I don't crush
horse's
blades.
back.
I mean, maybe it could affect your horse too. I don't know.
You need some action points for that.
No, I mean, I think with your steed you share spells.
Oh, do we?
If not, I'll rule that you can. So if you want yourself and your horse to get enlarged, that's fine.
What about Egg? Does he become a giant egg?
No.
He's also on top of me, on my shoulder.
So Elmorn, for your reference, the target size doubles in all dimensions. Its weight is multiplied by 8. Your growth increases its size by 1 category, like from medium to large. Until the spell ends, you have advantage on all strength checks and strength saving throws. Your weapons also grow to match your size. And your weapons deal an extra 1d4 damage.
Nice.
Crazy. Awesome.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
All right. What are the other two doing? And then after that is initiative.
I push like a bunch of the people which were like about to go through the portal into like a line and just yell shield wall and start pushing them forward while I stand behind them like bashing my shield.
Okay.
So, I have a question about Blaze. While I'm mounted, I know I get like an increased movement basically because Blaze was moving me, but can Blaze and I both attack the same target while I'm mounted, or do I have to be dismounted for him to attack?
Blaze is an intelligent creature, so Blaze can act independently of you, and so because of that, Blaze can attack as well.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, good to know. Elmorn sees Marthow looking at him, raising one eyebrow before he gets zapped with this magic and starts to grow, and he faintly hears Marthow say, "Go get him," as he's getting like larger and larger, and he's on top of a giant horse, so he's even higher in the air. He's like, "Oh shit." And then he's like, all right. So Elmorn just readies his he readies his pole arm, unsheathes it. It's now appropriately sized as well. And
how long is the pole arm originally? Like how long is the pole arm?
10 feet.
Normally 10 feet. So it's a 20-foot range.
Wow.
Assuming it doubles in size like everything else.
That's what the spell says?
The reach, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Uh-oh. Sentinel time.
You guys are gonna make Mike mad. Don't say that.
No. Hey, you guys have your powers and everything. That's cool. I'm the DM though.
Yeah, this lycan's got reach as well.
All right. So you get, before you go on, didn't you guys get special weapons from the armory, or at least
I got a silver weapon.
Okay, so you got a silver weapon, and Anno, did you?
I had a silver halberd that I was storing on Blaze.
But you're using your main halberd.
I guess since they're lycanthrope, I would assume silver would be effective against them as well, and I would grab that one instead.
But would your character know that silver would be effective?
That's a good question.
So give me a. Do you have a knowledge, nature, or arcane?
Nope. I've got investigation, perception, survival.
All right. Then just give me an intelligence check.
All right. 11.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that silver is useful against lycanthropes.
Okay. So, but Peitri would know. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I would, but I don't know that you don't know yet.
No. Peitri knows. So can I do a perception check to see if I see that Peitri take out his silver weapon?
I've got the silver weapon for the vampire. That's
what
why I
got, the
brought
silver
it.
weapon too.
Hmm.
You didn't
Yeah,
even
but
have
we're not
your
versing vampires right
weapon?
now, are we?
You don't even have your regular weapon?
But also,
No, I had to leave it there.
Peitri has the advantage that he can transfer his magical abilities to whatever
true.
weapon he's wielding because of the gem.
That's true. All right, it's fine. I took out my regular halberd. In character, I wouldn't know. I agree. I'll take out my regular halberd.
It's a regular halberd with a 20-foot reach, so I mean.
and necrotic enchantment. All right.
All right, so now it's initiative.
Yeah, boy.
Oh,
11.
fuck that.
I got 12.
I got 5. Oh, wait, no, I got 3.
Well, I rolled a natural 1, so everybody goes first.
Yay.
So you guys can figure out what order you want to go in and what you want to do.
What's Kolmar doing? Is he just twiddling his thumbs?
No, actually, Kolmar looks as if he is, well, he actually suddenly vanished from view.
Oh. Well, he must have something important to do. So we'll continue.
If you guys want to give a perception check.
I'll give a perception check. Or do we all give it?
I'm doing it.
Yeah, all you guys give me a perception check.
Okay.
Man, what's up with this roll? I ain't gonna win.
I got a 16.
Solid.
Perception. Yeah, I got a 15.
All right, so Peitri and Elmorn both see that he cast a spell, and afterwards he became invisible.
Of course.
Great.
Classic Kolmar.
Can I make a really quick inquiry as well? Are we at max everything right now? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Good to know.
All right,
Okay.
so which of you is going first?
How far? I'll go. How far is
sure?
the lycanthrope, the big werewolf?
It is within 30 feet of you. And
Okay.
there are other smaller lycanthropes and also normal-sized wolves and horse-sized wolves also bearing down on you.
Okay.
But they're also bearing down on everybody.
I'm going to cast reduce on the large lycanthrope. The big bad wolf.
Okay.
I believe it's a con save.
What's the DC?
DC is 14.
Hold on. Damn it. It's not a glitch. All right. So
Did you get 2 ones?
So the lycanthrope failed the saving throw. However, it did not critically fail the saving throw because it made his second attempt.
Gotcha.
So go ahead and describe what happens, Marthow.
I'm I'm a little bit. I picture myself as shielded a bit, kind of off to the side of Elmorn now that he's larger, and I see this wolf, menacing creature bear down on us, along with all the other wolves. But this one in particular looks nasty. I close my eyes for a brief moment to concentrate. And as I do, the aura of fear that I sense from this creature diminishes. And I open my eyes again, and this creature that was once 8 feet tall is now the size of a normal werewolf lycanthrope. Because I believe it was a large. It sounded like it was a large setting, so now it's about our height, and it looks more manageable. So I see him reduce. The werewolf looks confused and a bit uncertain, as he now stands about at the same size as the rest of his minions. And I shout to both Peitri and Elmorn, get him while he's down, or get him while he's weakened.
Oh, wait a minute. I just forgot. Both enlarge and reduce are concentration spells.
Oh, concentration check.
No, you can only have one concentration spell going at a time. But
Got
for
it.
the cost of 2 action points, I'll let you be able to maintain that.
I'll take that 2 action points.
Okay. Because that was my bad for not catching that and allowing it. So I'll give you a chance to maintain it.
Yeah, I'll keep 2 separate streams of thought. I'm going to be pretty tired after this battle, but so then I'm going to just move a little bit behind, kind of the group, because I don't want to be at the front line of this clash.
Okay.
So that's my turn.
Elmore and Peitri, which one of you is going
Okay.
next?
I'm not sure what Elmorn wants to do, whether he wants to just run up and punch the thing.
Oh, I was just gonna run up and punch the thing.
I thought so, yeah.
All I do, baby.
Okay, well, I'll let you do that, and I'll figure out what I'll do after that.
Okay. Sorry, I was distracted. I'm making a separate character sheet for Blaze. But I got it now.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, so yeah, I will kind of like rear up, and then just start like charging towards the big asshole. And so you said he was 30 feet away, right? Okay, cool. So
You only have to charge 10 feet.
no, I'm actually gonna go. I'm going all the way up to him. I'm going within 5 feet of him because I'll get to that. Anyway, so I will take. Okay, so I just want to know, like, thematically, do you think Blaze should hit him first, or I should hit him first if we're charging at him?
Depends on how you're.
How do you envision it?
I don't know. It's hard to say. You know, I'm gonna say Blaze is gonna attack first because he's got this trait, trampling charge. So he's charging, and we charge like 25 feet. We get within 5 feet of him, and he's gonna attack him with his hooves. So he rears up and just boop 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 with his hooves, and we're going to roll his attack roll. Shit, I lost my damage thing, or my dice. Okay, there they are. All right, he's got an 18.
That's a hit.
Sweet. Okay. So the trampling charge. The target must succeed a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. Roll the 19.
Oh, motherfucker. Wait, does being small give him disadvantage on his strength saving throws?
He is medium-sized right now.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he has disadvantage on his strength checks and strength saving throws.
Oh,
okay.
he does?
Yep.
Because of.
So that's a
roll
strength.
again.
That's a strength one. So
Yeah, it's a strength saving throw. Yep.
okay, you knock him prone.
Sweet. Okay, and then it says if the target is prone, the horse can make another attack with its hooves as a bonus action. All right. So anyway, he's gonna do his first attack, which is I rolled a 3 and a 1, so that's 4, and he is +4. So 8 bludgeoning. But then his other trait that we made, Hooves of Vengeance, his hooves wreathed in flame, he gets an additional 1d4, so that's 2. So 10 total for his first attack. And then we'll do his bonus action attack. I'll roll for it. And it's a 20. It's 22. And then 2d6. I got a 5 and a 1. So +4. So that's 10 more. And then another 1d4 for his trait. And that's a 3. So 13. Okay.
13 to hit.
Sorry,
13
what?
damage.
13 damage, yeah.
Wait, but he's got to do another attack.
I did. Did you not hear that part?
Oh no, I
Yeah,
didn't.
you got like a 22 or something.
I rolled a 22.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you got him. So the first one was how much again? 10 the first time, and then 13 the second time? Okay. So Blaze does a respectable 23 damage to this guy. And now Elmorn's going to attack him with this halberd. Alright. So he's prone. Does that give him disadvantage?
Advantage.
Give
You
me
get
advantage.
You get advantage.
Oh, legit. Okay. So I'm going to take a swing at him. I rolled a 19. I'll roll my damage. 1d10.
Are you using Divine Smite?
No. I'm gonna save it for later. So 1d10, I rolled a 3 + 3 for strength, so 6.
Then 1d6 for negative energy damage, right?
Right, 1d6 for necrotic, so it's 3 for that. Okay, and then I'm gonna do my extra attack. So I'll roll another attack dice. So I rolled a 16. Does that hit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'll roll my damage. Roll another d10. I got a 7. +3, 10, plus 1d6 for necrotic, 5. I think I've taken long enough. My turn. There we go. That's my turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry.
Peitri.
Can I use my bonus?
What?
I want to use my bonus action to do the other side of my halberd.
Okay.
All right. So that's
The
another
other
attack
side
roll.
doesn't get the 1d6, by the way.
No, it
the
doesn't.
necrotic.
No.
Are you adding 1d4 to all your damage? You
Oh
get,
shit, we didn't do that.
you get 1d4 additional because you're enlarged.
I'm enlarged. Okay. Well, let's add
So
the
did
one.
you add the 1d4 to Blaze's attacks?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me add the 1d4 from. Oh, for the giant thing? No.
Yeah. Oh.
All right.
Shit,
So
okay.
then it'll be
4d4.
just no 5d4 because you got 5 attacks going.
5 attacks. I haven't hit with
What?
I haven't hit with my halberd yet. The other side of my halberd yet.
Right, but 1 for Blaze, then
Yeah.
the bonus action for Blaze,
Yeah.
then 2 for Elmorn, and now a third one for Elmorn because the
Right.
bonus.
Oh, that
action.
makes sense. Yeah.
But I haven't rolled the attack for the other side
Okay.
of my.
Roll your
Okay.
attack.
Okay, and I rolled total of 10. So that probably doesn't hit, right?
No.
So, but I get advantage, so I need to roll again. Okay, I rolled a 16 this time. That hits? Okay, cool. All right. Okay, I'll roll the d4 for the regular hit for that. So that's 4. And now I'll roll the 5 d4s for the giant stuff. Okay? Everyone following along?
Yeah, I'm following. I understand.
And the 5d4s totaled 8.
Okay.
All right, now my turn's over.
Okay. So Peitri gathers up about I want to say like 5. It looks good in my head. About 5 people, and like tries to get like a because I'm pretty sure Elmorn would have went straight up the center for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how yeah, okay, cool. So I guess I'm gonna go take like a left or a right flank, wherever these group of people are, and like create a shield wall, and then just sort of like stand in there, maybe like 15 feet or about 15 feet away from the big one, with a bunch of people.
Okay.
And then I just want to like, I guess brace. So I'll join the shield wall as well. It's like bam.
Okay. So then, only moments after Elmorn unleashes that barrage of attacks on this shrunken lycanthrope who has crumbled into the ground and being beaten on all sides by hooves and halberds and halberd shafts. Suddenly, a flash of brilliant light erupts from somewhere not too far from you, and Kolmar suddenly appears holding his hands out as a beam of energy flares from his fingertips and sizzles the fur and flesh of the lycanthrope with enough force to knock it back and cause it to roll slightly away from Elmorn. And then with that, the lycanthrope rises to his feet, kind of scraggly. You can see the burn marks from Kolmar and the wounds that Elmorn inflicted, and suddenly they begin to heal. And this wolf lets out a howl, and all of a sudden, all of you are beset by wolves. Elmorn, you have one that grabs you right in your arm that's holding your halberd, and then another one jumps up at you and grabs at your neck and nips at your neck, trying to pull you from the horse. And so go ahead and give me a strength check at advantage.
All right.
I guess in that same instance that
21.
I saw like sorry to butt in. Yeah, so to see the the same instance that I saw the heals, the healing of the beast, I'll just say, "Use silver, you idiot."
Okay. So
Yeah.
as Elmorn hears that, all of a sudden he's getting bit, and
Yeah.
despite his large size, he gets pulled from Blaze and is knocked to the ground prone, with these two wolves tearing into his flesh and
21
biting
wasn't
him.
enough?
No, I rolled a 19, and he's got a strength bonus. So.
Oh, well then I guess. Oh, fuck. Never mind. My advantage didn't even matter. Fuck it.
So you take 4 plus 6, so 10 damage
Alright.
from these wolves tearing into you.
I should have known something was up when you weren't even counting the numbers I was reading off. You're just like, okay, how much? Okay, whatever. He heals for everything you just did. Yeah, you think you're cool.
But then another wolf comes from out of nowhere and grips Kolmar right at the throat, and you can see Kolmar begin to twist away, and you can see blood spew into the air as he tries to pull this wolf off, and he's on the ground wrestling with it. And then another wolf comes and tries to strike at Dustin, but misses. And Marthow can describe how that miss happens. But before then, suddenly more wolves come and begin ramming into the shield wall that Peitri has set up. Several of the soldiers scream as they are pulled from their ankles to the ground, and you can hear the tears in their flesh and armor as these wolves rip into them. Meanwhile, other soldiers are able to hold their ground, and one wolf in particular, this one with much more human-looking eyes than the others, reaches for Peitri with his maw, but that one also misses. And so in a moment, you guys can describe that miss. But then this lycan, the only humanoid one that you guys see within the vicinity, and it's complete chaos all around. All the soldiers are engaged in these wolves and wolf-like creatures. Even Brevan is beset, barely holding his own against 5 wolves that are circling him and nipping at him constantly, looking for any kind of gap in his defenses. And then strangely, 2 wolves jump onto the lycanthrope around his shoulders. So one on each shoulder, facing forward with him. And then they seem to dig their claws into his shoulders and pectoral muscles. And then they look up and they open their mouths unnaturally wide. And suddenly they release this low hum that grows, and then suddenly it's like a cannon shot is burst forth from both of their maws, like some kind of thunder cannon, striking all of you. So everybody give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, nice.
Got a 18.
So did I.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. So Anno, you take 32 thunder damage.
Jesus Christ.
So that leaves you with 13 hit points. Everybody else takes half that, so that's 16.
Yep.
So Marthow, that brings you down to 24, and Peitri. Or 36. And Elmorn, now you're deafened.
Ah, man.
Deafened?
Yeah.
Well, lucky you got told to use silver before then.
So you can't hear and you automatically fail any ability check that requires hearing.
Is it just temporary? Will I get my ears back? Don't be a dick. I don't want to have to learn sign language.
You'll have to wait and see.
Well, Martha has to get his put back on, so.
And then once the lycanthrope has done that, it runs at you, Elmorn, and looks to continue what his servants have started.
His servants don't take any damage. They're on top of me.
After having pulled you from Blaze.
His servants don't take any damage. They're on top of me. They didn't get hit by a thunderbolt or whatever the fuck it was.
Thunder cannon, but no, they seem fine.
Hit by the thunder cannon. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
They're right on top of me.
They're sneaky lycans. You gotta watch out.
You can just get off me for a second and then right back.
So now you're the prone one, and he gets advantage against you.
I stood up. I stand up and all my wounds
Christ. Holy shit.
What?
And there's a crit.
So, advantage, I rolled 2 20s in a row.
Jesus.
Super dead.
Yeah.
So, no, you're lucky it's advantage, so only one of them counts. So it's not like the other one. So now with the confirmation, failed the confirmation, so it's only double max damage.
Oh, okay. Only that.
Which is 15 with his claw.
Okay.
Is that accounting? Does that take into effect his reduction in damage?
Yeah, he's smaller and I'm bigger.
Yeah, so you get it to like reduced targets or minus 1d4 damage.
I just removed his strength bonus.
Okay.
So
I don't know how that works into all of that. I guess that's a DM call.
I mean, it's normally just minus 1d4, but I mean, he's got like a +5 strength bonus, so I just reduced it to +1.
Gotcha. Okay.
That way I don't have to roll a stupid d4 because I hate those dice. So yeah, so Elmorn, after a strong showing, has been brought down to 0 hit points and now is only at vitality points. Kolmar is wrestling with a wolf, clearly having been injured. But Marthow and Peitri have both managed to successfully fend off the wolves and have only partially been affected by the thunder cannon.
You wanted this to happen.
So you guys can. And Marthow, give me a concentration check for both of the spells.
Is that what's the modifier?
So you use your. It's basically a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And the DC is half the damage you take, or 10, whichever is higher. So DC 10.
It's if it's a Constitution saving throw, it's 19. So I'm good.
For both of them?
16 for the other.
All right, so you managed to maintain concentration on both of your spells.
Cool.
So Elmorn thankfully doesn't shrink, and the lycanthrope doesn't get bigger. Peitri and Marthow can describe how they managed to defend against these other wolves.
So are these like on their four paws on the ground wolves, like your classic wolf? And they're just normal wolf size. They're not like dire wolves.
They're large. They're not horse-sized, but they're not wolf-sized.
Gotcha. As two wolves were charging to Marthow and towards Marthow, and as they got near, they both got greedy and went to go bite in the same space, and as a result, Marthow was able to duck out of the way and kind of slide to the right as they passed at the last moment, and neither of them really were able to react in time.
So, and then like in the same instance, Peitri yells "brace," and then a bunch of wolves coming for all the shield wall just jump straight into the wall head first. You hear like all the shields clashing together, and then one the one which goes for Peitri jumps over and goes to swipe at his face, but one of his neighboring shields come over and click it out of the way, so Peitri's safe.
Nice.
All right. So that's the first round.
What an exciting round.
Let's take a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back. Okay.
Let's leave Elmorn in purgatory for 5 more minutes.
All right. Well, what a first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I always knew Mike hated Elmorn.
All right, so it's you guys' turn. You're all up.
Hmm.
So after just narrowly missing or avoiding this wolf, Marthow, he sees Kolmar's awesome display of, or not Kolmar, Elmorn's awesome display of battle prowess, and he can't help but feel a little bit touched at seeing his compatriot just slaughter so, even though it didn't have quite the effect that he was hoping. As a result, Marthow, also seeing Kolmar in trouble, summons up his energy while still maintaining his two threads of concentration. He sends off a beefed up version of his a chaos bolt, and he attacks the creature that's on Kolmar.
I take it you're using a 3rd level spell for that?
Yes, I am. So that's a 20.
So wait, what were the specific rolls that you had? Because that affects how it acts.
Is it that? Does it use that chromatic table? So I rolled to see if it hits first.
Okay, what was the? Oh, you did your attack roll.
Yeah.
And what was your attack roll again?
20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So then I get to roll 4 d8s. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7 as a streak.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it doesn't bounce.
Yeah.
But you can choose which energy type from 4, 5, 6, or 7.
Oh, I did. Okay, I have it. I'm gonna use. Um, 4, 5, 6, or 7. I don't think that these are for any particular. Well, Martha doesn't think any particularly thing. So I'm just going to use lightning.
Okay.
So I send a chaos bolt towards the creature that's attacking Kolmar, and it shocks it a great deal. So its fur is now standing on end. It looks like it just went through a lightning storm. So that's 13, 18, 22 damage.
Okay.
So yep.
Nice. Okay.
I'm just yeah, that's it.
All
I'll
right.
bounce it over to me. All right. So, Peitri and his shield wall, I guess, bouncing and whatnot, but like bouncing wolves off it. He looks around and he pops his head up to see Elmorn downed, and he thinks for a second. He's like, oh, what did that book say? Push, and him and the shield wall start moving forward. They move probably about, I guess, like 10 feet forward. So I'm getting closer to Elmorn, and I sort of like I find another person and like put them in my spot, and I start casting preserve life.
Which one is preserve life? Your channel divinity?
Yeah, channel divinity. Yeah, so I can heal up to half his. Oh, I can. Whatever his max hit points are, I can heal half of.
Well, no, it's a certain amount though, right? That you
Yeah, it's
total?
5 times my cleric level, so 20.
Okay,
5
so
times, yeah.
So you can heal him 20, the whole 20.
Yeah, I'll heal him the whole 20. Yeah.
All right, so that's your action.
Yeah.
You still have a bonus action.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, you're a G. And then I guess I cast spiritual weapon, and this this silver sword starts to appear. One which you saw probably back in the day when he was in the mines, and how he like followed it around a bit. But anyways, besides the point. He jumps back into the shield wall, and the sword sort of hangs over his head, looking to like impale or spike anything which hits his shield, like it's some sort of like big protection kind of spike.
Oh, wait a minute. So you're casting your spiritual weapon and just keeping it around you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to sort of like hold its action, so when something bounces into the wall, I can spike it.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna
Yeah.
hold that one's action.
Yeah.
Because
To spike whatever bounces.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I do.
Elmorn.
So Brevan and his army aren't doing anything. They're just getting slaughtered.
Well, they're fighting. They're not doing anything.
I haven't seen him do jack shit. I've been dying.
They're holding this
Just because you haven't been, just because you've been focused on this wolf monster in front of you doesn't mean that they're not fighting for their own lives.
Fight for my life, goddammit. Anyway,
I already said that Brevan's got like 5 wolves on him that are slowly like
you
burning
did say
down.
that. I forgot. Okay, so I'm prone, right? So I have to, and I'm being attacked by 3 wolves now, right? Or three things. The big one and 2 other ones. All right. So I imagine myself just kind of laying there in a pool of blood, dying horribly, and then all of a sudden this divine light, the silver flame, envelops me, and I feel.
Well, you weren't dying. You still have 22 vitality points.
Okay, whatever. I felt like I was dying.
I felt exhausted.
Not only exhausted, but horribly injured.
All right, fair enough.
And I mean, I fell from a giant horse, so.
But you yourself are also a giant.
Bigger than heart are, right? Anyway, so I feel this silver flame light envelop me, and I feel reinvigorated. I use half of my movement to rise to my feet as I'm like fighting off the wolves that are surrounding me. Oh, bless you, something.
Thank you.
So I heard before I was deafened, because I can't hear anything now. I'm just kind of like getting my bearings. I remember Peitri saying, "Use silver, you fool." So I kind of grit my teeth and throw my. I know I don't have time to put my halberd back on the blade, so I just kind of drop it and grab the silver one from him, because I'm assuming he's still next to me, and I feel like you're a man who appreciates improvisation and theatrics.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'll propose something to you. Since I'm being like flanked by 3 different wolves right now, instead of just making a normal attack and extra attack and all that jazz. I want to like, if I can, in lieu of my extra attack, if I can just like do like this giant sweeping like swing to like try and hit all 3 of them. Can I do that? In lieu of my extra attack, so I just take 1 big attack instead.
I mean, you do have a 20-foot range. I just want to keep. Marthow is working very hard to keep this concentration of you being big, werewolf being small. So,
What? And I guess while you're charging your spin, you see Peitri like beckoning at you and like yelling like a spastic, but you can't hear him obviously.
I can't hear shit.
Like just to join the shield wall, even though you don't
All
have
I
a
hear
shield.
is my internal rage.
All right, so here are a couple of options that I'll give you for that.
All right.
So you have a +3 to strength. Okay, so, and you have an advantage to your strength checks. So you can either do this, because if you were to use an action point, you could technically make 4 attacks, because you would get a whole new action from your action point. So if you want to spend your action point, you can make 3 attacks right there, no problem, and then do an extra one on top of it. If you want to save the action point, I will allow you to make this attempt, but you have to give me a strength check, DC 18. And if you can make that, then you can do it without the action point. If you don't make it, then you can only get 1 attack. And then it stops.
Oh, damn. All right. And I can't take my extra attack?
No. You would just get 1 attack if you failed the strength
1
check.
flat attack. Okay. Actually, the action point thing sounds like a better deal, so
Okay.
I'm just going to use an action point to take the 3 + 1. So I'm going to roll for the first 3, my initial swing.
All right.
All right. First one is...
So this is a wolf, not the
Okay.
lycanthrope, because I imagine it is wolf, lycanthrope, wolf.
Okay, good to know. So first swing at wolf is 18.
Hit.
Okay. Second swing at lycanthrope is 17.
Hit.
Third swing, wow, this went down by 1 every time. 16.
Hit.
Sweet. Okay. Now I'll just roll damage for... Oh, yeah. And I didn't mention it before, but I would like to smite them as well. Divinely.
Okay. All right, so which one are you smiting?
Oh, I only get 1?
No. Well, actually, no, you can smite for each hit that you have, but you only have 2 second-level spells. No, wait a minute. I'm not looking. I'm looking at you wrong. No, yeah. You only have 2 second-level spells and 4 first-level spells. So that all changes.
I'll just do 3 of my first level spell slot.
All right, so then you do an additional
1d6.
2d8.
Oh yeah.
Against each of them.
All right, you're right. 2d8. Okay. So
my knowledge of the rules is almost encyclopedic.
Yeah, you're really impressive. All right, so I'm gonna roll just like the flat damage for each of them right now. So it's d10. So first, the wolf is 8.
Okay.
And then plus the 2d8. 2 and so 9. So 8 plus 9 for the first wolf.
Well, wait a minute. No, then you also add your strength.
You mean my gigantism?
No, your strength bonus.
Oh no, I added that. Yeah.
And then your D4 for the strength for your giant bonus.
My D4 is a 2.
Okay.
What did I say?
So that one you slice in half.
Oh, legit. Okay. Here comes the lycanthrope hit. So I rolled a 2, but great weapon fighting lets me reroll, so I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
So I rolled a 5 plus 3 of strength. So 8 plus 2d8, which is another 8. So 16 plus 4 is 2. 18 total.
All right. So that's with the divine smite and the gigantism.
Yes.
What was it again? 18.
18 total, yeah. And then the last one is I rolled an 8 for my d10. I rolled an 8 for the 2d8s, and then a 4 for my d4. So 8 plus 8, 16, 20.
Okay. That one's also cut in half.
All right. So can I describe it?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. These are like regular wolves, like down on 4 paws type wolves.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys see Elmorn like just get into this stance like he's gonna swing a baseball bat, and all of a sudden his eyes and the end of the halberd glow with the divine light, and he just lets out this manly bellow, this roar. He sounds like one of the lycanthropes almost, but he can't hear anything. To him, it's just. Then he swings with all his might, and you see the first wolf kind of jump up, like to lunge at him, and just whoosh, right across, just bisects the wolf, and it just falls over. Then as he's following through, the lycanthrope, it kind of, he gets a solid hit on him, but it obviously doesn't bisect this guy. It just kind of whoosh through him, and he kind of like falls away a little bit, and then Elmorn's following through, and the divine light just kind of slices through, kind of diagonally through the last wolf, and it just his head and front left paw, all right here, just go right off, and then Elmorn just kind of like right here in the stance, like looking at Peitri, going whatever, like, doing his gestures. Yeah. Okay. Jeez. Now, that was exciting. Now Blaze has to go.
So, Blaze is also having to deal with the number of wolves nipping at Blaze.
Okay. What's the number? 2?
3.
3? Okay. I'll just say Blaze rears up and attacks the one that makes most sense. One's right. If there's one right in front of him, that's the one he hooves at.
Okay.
So let's do his roll. He rolled a 23.
Hit.
All right. He rolls his 2d6. He got a 7 for his 2d6. And then he rolls 1d4 for his fire damage, and he rolled a 1. So he rolled 8 damage total.
Plus a 1d4 for his gigantism.
Ah, you're right. And he rolled a 4 off of that.
And did you add a strength bonus?
Oh shit, I did. Plus 4. So wait, let me total that up. 7 plus 5 plus 4. 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 4 is 16.
All right. So that wolf, Blaze basically flips around, mule kicks it, and sends it flying.
Good deal.
Meanwhile, you hear Kolmar screaming, as well as a wolf like growling, and you hear a sudden rip of what sounds like cloth, and then Kolmar shouts even louder. And he's still kind of off in the dark. You can hear where it's coming from, but you can't clearly see him in the chaos of the battle and the melee and everything. Brevan looks to be. Have any of you guys seen The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one part with Tom Cruise where he's like on his knees and all the guys are like surrounding him and fighting him, but he's like seriously injured? That's Brevan right
Yeah.
now.
Oh. Cole was probably laughing.
If he wasn't being attacked, he would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the wolf, this lycanthrope, what it does is it moves in a blur. It's almost too quick to see. And as it moves past Elmorn in such a way that, you know, Elmorn doesn't even have time to react, so you can't use your sentinel feat. Just want to be clear about that.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's so fast, it's almost like a teleport. As he does that, he slashes at you. But despite the speed, it's not really accurate, so it mostly just glances off your armor. But you can hear it tear into your armor.
I can hear
armor. Well, no, you can feel it like through your jaw. And you look down and you see that your armor is ruined. And he suddenly this beast appears right in front of Marthow. And it goes to grab Marthow by the throat to lift him up by the throat. So Marthow opposed athletics or acrobatics.
I have a 14 acrobatics.
21 strength, athletics. So it grabs you by the throat and it pulls you close. And then these other wolves that are like latched onto his shoulders, you can feel their breath as they breathe on you, and you can like feel the humidity of it as they are drooling. And then all of a sudden, he launches this sonic cannon again, but it's focused right there at your head. So give me a Constitution saving throw.
Nice. This is 23.
Okay, so that saves for half. So half of 30, 15. So you're at 9 hit points, right? Yeah, you're at 9 hit points left. And then you need to make Constitution saving throw to maintain your spells.
All right.
So DC 10 for each of them.
That's and it's a Constitution check, right?
Saving throw.
Saving. Yeah, so that one's not going to make it, and that one just makes it.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a D100 to see which one fails. Less than 50 is going to be the enlarged. More than 50 is going to be the reduction.
All right, let me grab my other one. Here we go. That's a 0.
All right, left at less than 50. So Elmorn is suddenly steaming, and both him and Blaze are losing their massive size. And then more wolves begin to attack. So one attacks for Peitri, but the spiritual weapon that he has poised over his head manages to deal with that wolf. 2 more wolves spring up against Elmorn. 1 misses, 1 hits for 8 damage. And then Elmorn, you look over to see Blaze, and Blaze is suddenly beset by half a dozen wolves. Like, Blaze is getting bitten into, and especially now that he is smaller, they are bringing him down to the ground, and he's fighting with all he's got, and he's hoofing at them and burning them, but they continue on, like, dragging him down. He's not looking in good shape. And now it's your guys' turn.
Right.
All right. Yeah, I'll let you guys go first. I think I think I know what I want to do.
Marthow, so question, are lycanthropes considered humanoids?
Yeah.
So is the beast lycanthrope like the one that's I'm currently reducing? Is he's a lycanthrope, correct? He's not like a wolf. Just verify.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the technical term would be like monstrous humanoid.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a I'm gonna double up, and I'm gonna do a Crown of Madness on cast Crown of Madness on that thing. Wait, no, wait. I'm that's right. I'm being grabbed by the throat right now.
Yeah.
So I cannot do that.
And also, you're still concentrating on its reduced size, and Crown of Madness requires concentration.
Ooh,
All right. Well, then I'm just gonna do a Chaos Bolt. And I'm gonna treat it as another 3rd level spell. Again, because I like that idea, and I'm gonna cast it directly on the thing in front of me. And that's a nat 20.
All right, roll again.
And that's a 19. Plus
nice.
26.
It's a hit. So, give me a D100.
$95.
Damn. All right, let me bring it up. Let's see what it goes at. All right, 95. Triple max damage.
Nice.
So
right,
that means that the I mean, that's technically like rolling all 8s,
Yeah.
which would then definitely make the bolt bounce.
Okay. So if it's all 8s, that would mean it would be thunder damage, or does that mean I could choose any damage, or should I roll and just pick that one?
Well, 8 is well, because it's critical and you don't really have ability to choose the damage because it's all math. You can choose the damage.
I kind of like the idea that it's thunder damage anyway. You know, this just big boom came out of nowhere.
All right, and that's 4, so 24. Is that correct? Or no, 32.
32.
Beautiful.
So 32 damage, and it's gonna leap to a new character, another thing. So
You want to do one of the wolves on Elmorn, or one of the wolves on Blaze, or the wolf on Kolmar?
Or Brevan.
I'll do one of the wolves on Elmorn. So that's a 13.
It's a hit.
All right. Damn. I got 2 6s. So it's 12.
Well, wait a minute. When it bounces, it reduces by 1, so you should have a third dice.
A third die? Okay.
Yeah, because at third level, you're using 4 dice. Then when it bounces, it goes to 3 dice.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. All right. So should I re-roll that then?
No, keep the 2. You said 2 6s?
Yeah, I have 2 6s and a 7.
Wait, you have 2 6s and a what?
A 7.
All right, so because you have 2 6s, that one's going to bounce as well.
So it's 19.
All right, so that wolf died. And you can choose the 6 or the 7 as the damage type.
I'll choose the so psychic damage.
Okay. And then, so that wolf died by psychic damage, and it bounces again. And now this is 2 dice.
And this will be the one that's attacking Kolmar.
Okay.
That's 11.
A 5 and a 6? Or 4
No,
and a 7?
yeah, the attack rolls an 11.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. And then it's just 5 damage. It's a 4 and a 1.
Okay. So what kind of damage?
It's gonna be of type. We'll do acid damage.
Okay. So that one is still up. So go ahead and describe what happens. And also the wolf that is grabbing you by the neck let you go, but it is still up.
It let me go.
Yeah, so it dropped you to the ground after it hit you, or after you hit it.
So it did take 66 points of damage. If it was triple max damage and I did 32 damage to it, actually it would be 96 points of damage. Like, unless that was some kind of super beast. Like, I imagine that its head just exploded.
Yeah, that's fair. So go ahead and describe it.
Marthow was being lifted up by its neck. Without thinking, called upon his powers of chaos and moved his hands together, thunder deafening the air around him. The lycanthrope, which was once holding him by the neck, had his head suddenly exploded and rained gore upon the battlefield, further coloring the mood of the day. From that, a streak of energy jumped from the headless corpse of the lycanthrope to the wolf attacking Elmorn and dealt severe migraines, which incapacitated and killed it on the spot. Which then another streak of energy jumped from that to the wolf that was attacking Kolmar and dousing it in a thin coat of acid. And Marthow is feeling pretty tired.
All right. Who else needs to go?
I do. But there's not much going on. What are the wolves reacting to this like in this instance? They still just jumping around, being crazy?
They're trying to eat people, so yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, there's several people that you have from this shield guard that you have created have been dragged out and have had their throats ripped open.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll come back. So, who's in trouble the most at the moment? How's Kolmar looking?
Hard to say. He's kind of off in the distance a little bit.
Okay. And Brevan, he'd be in my vicinity, yeah.
Yeah, he's not looking good.
Okay. Well,
Like they're circling for their final strike.
All right. So Peitri's looking around, and he notices the wolf teleporting behind him, and he's just awestruck. And now he feels like his shield wall isn't really protecting anything because that was like his line, like that was the front line. So he yells. He thinks for a second. He's like, "Spike!" And all of the shield wall like opens the shield and shoves swords forward, and then closing the shield again. And then Peter's like, "Oh, what am I doing?" And he says, "Open," and just runs away, running towards Brevan. And he but before he goes, he grabs. Well, yeah, he goes to reach for the spiritual weapon which was hanging above him, and he tries to like I guess apply it to his own sword so he can like carry it with him. Does that sound right? Can I action point that and just make it, because it sounds good in my head that it works.
Wait a minute. So, but you have a free hand, right? You don't use a shield, correct?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I use a shield.
You use a shield? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, as a bonus action, you can move it up to 20 feet anyways.
Yeah, no, but I want to carry it because it's cooler.
If you want to carry it, you can carry it in your shield hand.
Okay. Can it look like invoke not invoke but like go into my sword like as if it's like making it like a halo, I guess, kind of sword?
I mean,
You know
it's
what I mean?
effectively the same thing. It's just flavoring. So however you want to describe it is fine.
That's how I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna do that. And Peitri just breaks the shield wall and starts running backwards towards Brevan, and uses his charger feet to just start hacking and slashing into the wolves. So let's do some attacks. And would these be considered as flanks, as like they're focused on Brevan and not so much me?
No, I don't use flanking rules.
Okay. Well, I still got at like a 20. Yeah, 22 or something along those lines.
Okay.
And we'll do some. Yep, cool. And yeah. All right, so we'll do a D8. 7 plus 1. 8. So 11 points of damage to one of the wolves.
Okay, so that wolf died.
Yep. And then and then Peitri then moves over to another wolf with the spiritual weapon, and I know he's not attacking, but I just want to flavor as if he's attacking with the spiritual weapon as well. Is that possible? Let's do that.
That's fine.
Yeah, cool. And he does a 22 to hit.
Hits.
Doing pretty sure spiritual weapons just 1d8.
It's 1d8 plus your casting ability.
Cool. So that would be a 12 force damage.
That one died too.
All right, cool. And that was Peitri.
All right. All you guys go?
Yep.
I haven't gone.
Oh. Nope.
No, sorry.
One of the wolves that was attacking me died. There's half a dozen wolves attacking Blaze. So Marthow killed the lycanthrope, and the wolves didn't react? Huh. Okay. All right, I'll attack the wolf that's in front of me, attacking me. Oh, I rolled a nat 20. I'll roll again. 15.
Okay.
Well.
So roll your D100.
53.
Target takes a level of exhaustion
Oh, well,
plus
it's
double
gonna die.
max damage.
I was gonna say he's gonna die, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So-
it dies.
Okay. So I kind of swat it like it's an annoying gnat almost at this point. Just like, bah! And it's just dead. And then
Okay.
I turn towards Blaze and see him being attacked by all these wolves. And as Blaze and I share a strong bond, since we're telepathically linked and all this other spiritual jazz, I feel pretty bad for him. And it says that I can dismiss him as an action. Would you allow me to do it as a bonus action? Would you allow me to spare him as a bonus action? Are you going to make me use an action point to save him from further harm?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, Elmorn's practical. He can always resummon Blaze, so he's just kind of like, I feel bad, but there's nothing I can do. I've already used my action. I'm sorry, Blaze.
Well, I mean, you use one of your attacks. You can still have a second attack, and you can move in between attacks.
All right, then I move up to one of the 6 wolves attacking Blaze. Not going to be able to do much. I attack one of them. All right. I rolled an 18.
That hits.
All right, and then D10. I rolled a 3 plus 3 makes it 6.
That is dead.
Oh, okay. Well, that was easy.
And then you have your bonus action attack, and you can move as long as you can move up to your speed. As long as you don't use your whole speed, you can move in between whatever actions you have. You don't have to use them all at once, or once you stop moving, you have to stay there.
Okay. You mean my D4, like back of my halberd attack? Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay. All right, I'll attack another one with my. I guess I'll move counterclockwise to the next wolf. I'm sure they're like circling him.
Yeah.
And I, after I dispatch one, I kind of turn, run, and just follow up with the end of my halberd. So I rolled another 18.
Hits.
And then it is a D4. That's just a 1. So
All right. So that wolf is minorly inconvenienced.
I tickled him with the end of my halberd. Okay. So Blaze is prone.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Can he get up?
Blaze needs to make a strength check to do that,
All right. Let's see.
and that
Wow.
would be Blaze's action.
Right. Okay. Well, he rolled a 9.
The wolves got him.
Wolf's got him. He's dead.
No, he's still pinned down. He can't get
Okay.
up.
Okay. All right. My turn's over then. Blaze's turn's over.
All right. Everyone, give me a perception roll. Even you, Elmorn, even though you're deaf.
Well, it's okay. I rolled a 3, so
Get a 15.
Actually, Elmorn, give me a Constitution saving throw.
all right. I rolled a 20, not nat.
All right, your deafness begins clearing up.
And the first thing I hear are the screams of my horse. It's so sad.
War. What is it good for?
Yeah.
All right, so what's everybody's perceptions?
13.
13 and
8.
then Brennan, what did you
15.
roll?
15.
All right. So Peitri notices something wet drop on his nose from the sky. But it also, where it drops on his nose, begins to steam,
Mm.
and it's like a slight burning. So you go to wipe it off and go back to what you're doing, but it makes you curious, and you look up, and the night sky is now completely dark with clouds, and you see a bolt of lightning rumble within the clouds, followed by thunder. And it begins to rain, and this rain it hurts. It sizzles upon contact with whatever it touches, and it's like it melts armor. It looks like it's melting armor. It looks like it's causing flesh to bubble. Dissolving cloth. It's not good.
Fuck. All right.
So it's dissolving armor, as in like we're seeing armor like around us just eroding. Is it dissolving it quickly, or does it just look like it's like taking away like the sheen, or what?
Well, it seems like it's fairly slow, but the rain is increasing, and as it starts to start to upgrade from a slight drizzle more towards downpour, the effect of this acid is becoming more and more intense.
All right. So Peitri yells, "Everybody on me!" And he points at Elmorn to especially come towards him.
I just listen and go next to Peitri. What is it, Peitri?
I have an idea.
Is this a
I
good?
need Elmorn.
Okay.
Elmorn, hurry! We don't have the time.
Much to my dismay, I leave my horse crying.
Okay.
Being-
So
As you leave Elmorn, as you begin to go towards Peitri, you hear one really sharp whinny, and you turn back just in time to see Blaze get his throat ripped open.
oh, that's all right. He's a spirit. He just dissolves, dude. He just dissolves into thin air.
yeah,
I was
Well,
just
his
reading
body is not dissolving. His
What?
body
No,
is being
dude.
eaten.
No, dude. I already read about it. He's fine.
I'm just saying that's what you see as you move
I know
towards.
it's horrific, but like I said, Elmorn's practical. He's just like, I'm sorry. Next time you'll have a less gruesome death.
It's
It's
like the
I know
like
you need to read critical failures.
Okay.
It's a wonderful book. It's a series of books, and it has a character that has an interesting use for the horse spell.
I mean, wait, whoa, is he like fucking his horses or something?
No.
Okay. It says when the steed drops to 0 hit points, it disappears, leaving behind no physical form. So it's just like,
Yeah.
all right, sorry, dude. I mean, it was cool kicking it with you. I'll see you next time.
But despite having his throat ripped out and the wolves continuing to tear into Blaze's flesh, you see the flames go out in his hooves, but he remains. He doesn't disappear.
That doesn't make any sense. You're bending the rules.
Maybe he's not dead.
maybe he's just a meat.
Oh,
He's just meat
God.
now.
I mean, are we
He can
getting
beat
like
the
another?
horse.
Are we getting like another action or something? Is this like another turn for us right now?
Yeah, kinda. I mean,
Okay. Well, as I'm moving,
it's
towards,
not. We're not following traditional initiative order.
Okay, then as I'm beckoned by Peitri, I use my action to dismiss Blaze.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
God. 5.
All right. So you attempt to dismiss Blaze, but he remains.
Okay, well, I'm like, well, that's weird. Time to move on. I'll just go over to Peitri. I don't have time to mess with them. I'm burning. There's burning acid rain. Like, I don't have time to be messing with Blaze. I don't care. I go over to Peitri.
All right.
Peitri,
What do you want, Peitri? I just watched Blaze die horribly.
Horse will remember this. Anyways, I keep yelling. I say, everyone who wants to live on me. Anyways, I look at Elmorn and I say, I know something, and I may need your help channeling this.
Are you
The holy
being like
energy.
this casual while you have acid rain pouring down on you?
Yes, I'm trying my best to keep a straight face because I'm a hard badass. And I just yell, just help me out here. And I grab hold of I put my hands on Elmorn's chest and then I start yelling Shield of Faith. And what my idea is to make a giant holy bubble which can protect us from this rain. Now, I know Shield of Faith doesn't do that at all, but it sounds like it could.
Okay. Burn an action point and give me a charisma saving throw, and we'll see how it works.
All right. So, action point down. Charisma saving, right? Okay, here we go.
Yep. Hold on. Oh, okay. Did you already roll?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Go ahead. Tell me.
25. That's a crit.
You did a nat 20?
Nat 20.
All right. It does whatever you say it does.
It does that.
All right. So it creates a bubble around the three of you.
Yeah, but I wanted Elmorn to potentially try and make it larger so we can have at least a bunch of important people in the bubble with us. Like, most importantly, Brevan and Elmorn. I mean, Kolmar. Kolmar, yeah.
Kolmar is nowhere to be seen. And when you look over at Brevan, he is being devoured by wolves who are themselves melting in the acid rain.
Well, if his knight or his warriors feel like they're up to it, they can get out the bubble and drag him in. We are not going out of this bubble.
All right, so as you guys are doing that, so you've managed to use this spell energy to create an effect that is substantially more powerful than it normally would be, just energized by your faith alone and your survival instinct and the adrenaline pumping through your veins. But as you are holding on to the concentration of the spell, you can feel it weakening. It's not going to last. With each drop of this acid rain, you can, even though your flesh is not burning, you can feel the burning as if it's taking place in your mind where you're holding the spell energies. And this acid rain is burning away the spell energy. But everybody give me a perception check.
Hey, good one. I
18.
rolled 20.
Yeah, nah, like 5.
All right. So Elmorn, having recently gotten back your hearing seems to be sharper than ever. And you hear what sounds like kind of a groan and then a thump. And you turn around, and within this bubble that Peitri has created, that is for the time being saving you from the effects of this acid rain, there is suddenly a hole in the ground. And it looks like somebody, like a tunnel into the ground that was covered. And you can see like the top, that the hinge that opened up, covered in the grass as if it was like, what is it called when you have those rolls of grass? Sod. Yeah. So it's like a lid that had sod on it, that was overturned, and within the tunnel is a young human female saying, "Come on, there's not much time. Get in," and motioning you to come into the tunnel.
Okay, I point her out to Peitri and Marthow, and I say, "Well, you need to get over there. Peitri, move it."
Yes.
I don't say anything. I'm just going. I'm burning. I need to get out. I'm worried about my face. My ear still hurts. My ear is gone still. And I don't want anything else to happen to my beautiful visage.
Then you probably wouldn't leave our side then, Dustin. We're the only thing protecting your beautiful visage.
But if I see I will see the person, and I'm like with you guys to go to this person.
Okay.
That's what I meant. Like I'm not arguing.
I thought you just ran out of the bubble.
You know.
All right, so you all go.
Yeah, we start walking with the bubble.
All right, so you guys managed to get in. It's a tunnel that's wide enough for each of you to crawl through. There are stairs, or not stairs, but like it's a ladder. So you each get on the ladder and start heading down. And once the last one goes in, which I believe would be Elmorn in this situation, because that sounds like it makes sense, that Elmorn would take up the rear. So Elmorn, after Elmorn goes down, this young girl, she shuts the trap, and you have a moment where you are just engulfed in darkness but then your eyes begin to adjust, and this earthen tunnel with this ladder, suddenly you realize that there's like these veins of glowing bioluminescent moss that are kind of suffused throughout this tunnel, and your eyes adjust enough that you can see fairly well. It's dimly lit, which helps Marthow and Elmorn to see better. Peitri, with your dark vision, you're able to see fine regardless, but you now have some sense of the color in the room because dark vision doesn't allow for color vision.
Yeah.
You get to the bottom, and it's a decently sized tunnel that just seems to head in a singular direction. And this little girl trails not long behind Peitri. She appears to be dressed in rags. Her hair is cropped close to her ears, doesn't hang down very low. She appears probably somewhere between the age of 14 and 17-ish. And she says, "Man, that was close, guys. You guys almost bought it for sure."
Bought what? What are you talking about, little girl?
Were you paying attention? Between the wolves and the acid rain, you guys were going to be done for.
Well, yes, but what do you mean we almost bought it? Was there some ruse we're not aware of? I don't like being played for a fool.
Sorry, mister. Did you want to go back out into the acid rain with the wolves?
She meant we almost died, fool. Now, have you seen a dwarf? We're missing our dwarf. Did he get down here as well?
Dwarf, no, I haven't seen any dwarf.
Oily, maybe burned robe, slightly bloody from a wolf attack, maybe?
No, nothing like that.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Was he a friend of yours?
A dear friend.
Oh, jeez.
Peitri looks upset.
And he's up there?
Yes, he was with us.
Well, that's not good.
Somewhat removed from the combat. We're not sure. Who are you? What is your name? From where do you hail?
Oh, me? My name's Ellie.
Ellie?
Yeah.
Where are your parents, Ellie?
I'm kind of an orphan.
Kind of an orphan?
Yeah.
Are you... What?
I don't really know my parents. As far as I know, I've been on my own ever since I was a little kid.
Oh, okay.
Why did you save us?
Well, I saw all the stuff going on, and I saw that acid rain coming. That was weird. That doesn't usually happen. Anyways, I saw that happening, and I thought, well, gee, I can't let you guys just burn up.
But why us? There was hundreds of people up there.
I don't know anyone else could have made it. They were all too far away.
Can I tell if she's being genuine?
Give me an insight check.
Mm, 9.
Yes, she's being genuine.
Oh. I can tell. Okay. Or I'm just a fool.
A fool in love. That's weird. She's a preteen.
Awkward.
Anyways, as far as you can tell, she's being genuine.
So where does this tunnel go?
Oh, this goes all around. This is where I live.
How long?
How is it that you lived here so long?
What do you mean?
What do you eat? I'm sure the people up there aren't very welcoming.
What I need to eat, I hunt.
Hunt what?
I hunt for food and forage. Whatever I can find.
Like?
Well, what do you eat? You guys sure are strange for somebody that just saved your life.
Peitri starts crying.
Well, we've had a lot of interesting encounters, we'll say.
Interesting encounters. Ooh, tell me more.
No.
Oh, okay. Then don't.
Don't pay attention to him. He's a little gruff. It is, you know. After all, we just narrowly escaped savage wolves and acid rain.
We just narrowly escaped a goddamn war zone. I watched my horse die. Kolmar probably dead. This isn't a fucking joke.
Peitri
And now
starts
this little
crying
girl's
louder.
being weird, not answering my questions, evasive. It all went to hell, man. What the hell is going on?
Peitri's in hysterics. He's just crying so loud.
The little girl looks at Marthow and says, "Your friends sure are strange. Although, it seems like you guys have been through a lot."
Yes, well, you know, everybody copes with hardships differently. As you can tell from Peitri, who's blubbering in the corner, and versus Elmorn, who's yelling.
And breathing heavily.
Versus myself, which shows no outward signs of
Trauma.
stress.
You just keep fidgeting with your ear. You're missing ear. You're like,
Yes, but please give them a little bit of credit. They've had quite an ordeal up to this point.
Oh, mister, I don't blame them.
So you say these tunnels go all around. So we were in some plane before. Do these tunnels exist only within this plane?
Mister, you sure do talk funny. What do you mean by a plane?
Well, you know, the battlefield, the war zone, the battlefield above where we were was not in the same realm as where we reside from.
You talk funny. I like you. Anyways, here, why don't you come over with me and just follow me, and I'll show you, you know, my little home.
Sure.
wait. And then I turn to the group, away from the girl. Can you really trust her? Some little orphan pops out of a hole, granting sanctuary. After everything we just seen, she could be a fucking werewolf or a fucking vampire. There's too much weird shit going on here, and I don't like it. Too many goddamn wolves on this goddamn plane. And she hears everything I was no longer whispering. Tired of these motherfucking wolves.
Elmorn, I think it would be beneficial if you took a walk.
Goddamn right.
Outside.
And I just walk. I walk the opposite direction.
There's only one direction.
I walk right to the wall, and I just stand there. And I stare at the wall. And I just breathe.
All right, Elmorn. I'm sending you an email. respond to the email.
Okay.
Let's say it out loud.
Okay.
Peitri
As I-
keeps crying.
As I stand in the corner, you guys can just hear me muttering to myself, "These fucking wolves." Fucking
Brendan,
wolves. Yeah.
sending you an email. Respond only to the email.
Gotcha.
I'm kind of scared. I have a feeling you found a way to like make this situation worse. You can't just let it be as bad as it already is, man. Oh wait. Oh, mine was wrong actually. Let me resend that.
All right.
Mine wasn't.
Okay.
Still don't say anything. All right. So the girl comes over to both Elmorn and Peitri, and she lightly touches them on the arm, looks into their eyes, and says, "Don't worry, mister. It's going to be okay." And she does that to both of you.
Okay.
Peitri stops blubbering. And he
Elmorn-
starts to have his
Oh,
cute
go
little
ahead.
smile.
Elmorn's breathing gets lighter, and then he turns back towards the group and is like, "I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me."
I do. Battle fever is hard. It does not. Battle fever takes a little bit of time to wear off. It's okay.
And when you say that, I'm just kind of like, yeah, battle fever.
Well, let's go see your house, girl.
Battle fever? Are you guys warriors?
We are adventurers, and sometimes adventurers end up finding themselves in wars they didn't mean to be in.
Oh, wow. Sounds like you've been through quite a lot.
Well, you know, we've had our fair share of dangerous experiences. Why don't I tell you about some of my travels? Would this please you?
Well, gee, that would be swell. Why don't we go over? I'll show you where I hang out most of the time, and I'll fix you guys something to eat. And then we can talk all you want.
Okay. And as we're walking, I regale the girl with tales of might and splendor, which may or may not have actually happened. May have been things that I remembered, like stories growing up. But like I just start saying whatever kind of tales come to my head.
Do you want to do deception or do you want to do performance?
Performance. Definitely performance. So 11.
How badly do you want to impact her? I.e., do you want to use an action point?
Well, I might as well. I've only used 2, so I'll use an action point to reroll that.
Okay.
Nah, that did no good. Last action point. We got the same one, so yeah, it's a 7 is the final roll.
All right, so we'll take the best out of those. So you can see she's kind of amused and kind of impressed, but she was expecting more.
Sounds like a first date.
Okay. Hey, Mike, I sent you back an email.
Uh-huh.
Also, I would like to chime in that as we're walking out, Elmorn, since he's feeling a bit more at ease now, he's, I used to have a daughter. She would have been about your age now. Maybe you two would have been friends.
Sent you a response to your inquiry.
Oh. Well, did you hear what I said while you were typing that?
No.
I said, as we're walking, That's funny because I didn't even read your email, obviously, when I said it. I said, as we're walking, Elmorn feels more at ease, so he would say something along the lines, I had a daughter once, and she probably would be about your age now. Maybe you guys would have been friends.
Oh, really? What happened to her?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Sounds like it probably wasn't a good thing. Whatever happened.
Not at all. I don't think we quite got to know how long you said you'd been down here.
As far as I can remember, I made these tunnels myself.
Quite intricate for a 16, 17-year-old girl.
Well, you have to do what you can to survive.
Quite large. Seems like it would take a lot of strength.
Well, not really. I mean, think about what prairie dogs can do.
They don't make human-sized tunnels.
No, they make prairie dog-sized tunnels, silly.
So are we standing comfortably, or are we like crouched down, or like how big are these tunnels?
They're pretty big and impressive for a girl like her size, and she stands perfectly fine in them. But all of you need to hunch down a bit, and there's probably enough room for 2 by 2.
Okay.
They're not like big sprawling tunnels or anything. And she only takes you like maybe 100 feet, and then you find a larger like kind of antechamber, I guess you would call it, where she has just a table, a couple of chairs, and what looks like different rooms or dens that she she immediately goes into one of them and says, "Go ahead, make yourselves at home. I'm just gonna go grab some water and maybe a couple of treats." And then she kind of disappears into one of these off tunnels.
As soon as she leaves, I use divine sense. I open up my awareness, looking for evil, undead, fey, celestial, anything.
You don't find it.
Oh,
Marthow,
now.
you know, and contrary to his compatriots, feels quite at ease. And he is not at the least put off by this little girl and the turn of events.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Peitri's the same. He also thinks that she's kind of cute.
Oh. You're evil.
I was about to say Jesus Christ, but then I remembered that you're only like 17.
That's right. We're the same age. No funny business.
Okay, before she gets back, because I'm still suspicious, Elmorn, even though he feels not hysterical anymore, he's like, this is too convenient. And he's a little on edge still.
So you say that this is too convenient out loud?
No, I'm thinking to myself right now, and then I turn to Marthow and Peitri and I say, this doesn't seem suspicious to you guys at all. A little 16, 17-year-old girl living underneath the cultist gathering. Do you remember the stairs that led down somewhere we never got to? They were guarded. It's probably these tunnels that we're in right now. Peitri, did you ever see the vampire out in the battlefield?
Were we in there the whole time? Like in the city? Fighting? Or were we out on the plains fighting? Like on the field in front of the portals?
You are in the plains.
Yeah. So we're just underneath the ground. We aren't inside the portals.
Are you saying this out loud?
Underground. I'm realizing this. I'm like, what? Like I'm just confused.
Peitri's
confused.
Peitri, she said these tunnels go all over. How could a 17-year-old girl build these tunnels?
Oh, okay. Hang on. I got this. Hey, little girl, are you a lycan?
No, she's gone. She's not there. It's just me and you. And Martha.
Eberron.
We'll ask her when she comes back.
No, goddammit. Once Peitri says that, I start to get irritated again. And I cast shit, what is this spell? I cast, let's see how long, I want to see how long this lasts first, actually. Okay, yeah, okay, that's good. I cast Zone of Truth. So there's a 15-foot radius around me, and anyone inside that radius has to speak the truth. They can be evasive, but they have to speak the truth.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Or, well, I think it's a charisma save. Yeah. But I cast it, and I'm like, we'll get our answers soon enough. And I just cross my arms and just stand there, very sullen.
All right. So not too long after that, the girl comes back. She's got some clay pots that she brings out that she uses as cups, and a clay pitcher that she's also brought, and she fills each of them with water. Says, "I'll be right back with some snacks."
Wait.
And as you say that, Peitri says, "You're so cute."
I'll let her respond to that.
You make me blush.
And then Peitri
Yes.
blushes.
She does kind of get red.
Away.
Yes, quite. Now come closer. There's something I need to ask you.
Okay. And then she looks at Marthow and Peitri and is like, is he always like this?
Yes.
Peitri nods.
Yes, he is.
And then she's like, oh, okay, I get it. This is you're still hurting from your daughter.
Yes, quite. Please come here. Answer a question. It will make me feel better.
What do you want to ask?
How close is she to me?
She's like within 5 feet.
Okay, so she's within my zone of truth.
Yeah.
All right. Who are you, really?
I told you, I'm Ellie.
Fine. I guess I should get more to the point. What are you?
She looks at Elmorn. All right, she looks at Peitri and Marthow with like a look of like, is he serious? And she's like, what do you mean?
Now, Elmorn, don't be.
No! This is an interrogation. Don't interrupt.
Peitri keeps on replying to whatever you say. So, like, you're asking the question to her, but he replies as well. Like, I'm Peitri.
She's like, and she says, look, mister, I know people have hurt you before, but I just let you into my home. I saved you from what was going on up there. I'm not one of the bad guys. I didn't hurt you.
Let me ask you one thing then. And it'll put all of my nerves at ease. Have you ever drank blood?
No, I've never drank blood. Why would you ask something like that?
Peitri says, I did.
Well, if you've been here long enough, you should know that the people living above you are cultists that enjoy drinking blood.
People living above me, is this guy, is he a little not there? There's nobody that lives above me. You guys were just there all of a sudden. People don't live up there. Did you see any houses or something?
There's an
I
encampment
don't
not too
remember any
far.
houses.
There's a city not too far from here.
That's a little different.
But people
My
live.
point remains. They drink blood, so I needed to know if you had too.
Mister, I have never drank blood.
Very well. Interrogation over. Go get your little snacks or whatever.
I don't know. You don't seem like a very good guest.
Yes, Elmorn, you're being a very rude guest.
Fine.
It is unbecoming of one of the noble statue.
I say through gritted teeth, sorry. And I try and force a smile, and it's just like, sorry.
So she goes, she suddenly gets that sunshiny face back, and she's like, apology accepted, and goes off to get snacks.
Once she leaves, I say, I still don't trust her. And then I just sit in the corner and just cross my arms and just sit there like this.
What does everyone else do while she's gone?
Peitri says, I drank blood, but I didn't like it.
That's what you remind me of. Have you seen that YouTube video?
No, but that's funny.
Video of this dog that's being scolded, and it just grimaces the whole time. It's pretty funny. I'll link it in the chat.
Please do.
While this is going on, Marthow's just relaxing. He's not really talking much. You know, his ear still hurts, but he's drained from the battle and from most particularly from maintaining 2 streams of content at a single time for a duration. So he's just kind of out of it. So
I would like to point out that when I use Divine Sense, I can detect any object that has been consecrated or desecrated, and I didn't detect anything for that either. Okay. Thanks.
So, not long after that, the little girl comes back, and she has a plate of fruit and roots, kind of like beets or potatoes or whatever. And she offers it up and puts it on the table, which everything in her place looks clearly homemade. And she says, well, here are the snacks.
Okay. Is anyone going to reach out for a snack?
I will.
Yep.
Okay, so as you reach out, I slap your hand away, and I'm like, wait! Wait, fool! And then I, like, put my hands over it, and I cast Detect Poison. Or what is it? Like, I think it's Detect Poison and Disease.
Yeah. So you're using your last first level spell.
I'm using my last first level spell slot to save us from this witch.
There's no poison. There's no disease.
And then I'm like, after I'm done, I'm like embarrassed. I'm just like, yes, well, you can never be too sure. And then I just grab a handful for myself, and I just take it off into my corner.
I'd sorely apologize for him. He is not himself.
It's okay. It's pretty clear somebody hurt him real bad.
Yes, he's suffering much. Unfortunately, partially by his own hand.
Well, mister, I hope you get better.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks.
I got a question for you. You wouldn't happen to be skilled in regrowing ears, would you, or reattaching ears?
That's a strange question to ask somebody that you just met.
It is a strange question, but I'm in a strange predicament. As you can tell, I'm missing an ear, and it's...
Oh, yeah. How'd that happen?
Been... You know, I was these cultists that live in the city nearby. We got into a rather tough scuffle with one of them, and well, I walked away without an ear, and he walked away without his life. So,
Wow, you must be a tough one then.
I mean, you could say that. I just kind of like puff up my chest a little bit and like throw my hair back.
Well, I use some roots and things as like medicines to help me when I'm not feeling too good, but other than that, I don't know how I would put an ear back on your head.
Elmorn scoffs, and he's like, you're concerned about a lost ear when we have a lost companion?
Elmorn, I'm worried about Kolmar as well, but at the same token, Kolmar is quite a capable soul himself. I do not doubt that he has found safety or some refuge.
We should hope.
I can imagine him now, sitting under some sort of shelter, laughing at Brevan's melting corpse. What a man.
Yes, that is most likely what he's doing.
This Kolmar fella seems like he's not a great guy.
He's the greatest guy.
He's a complicated individual. It's not fair to pin him as good or bad or good. He just is, if this makes sense.
I suppose. Kind of like how wolf hunting an elk isn't really good or bad, just hungry.
Exactly.
I think I understand that.
Oh, are you a lycan by any chance?
What do you mean, lycan? You
A
guys
wolf
use
lady?
really funny words, you know that?
Are you a wolf lady?
I don't think so. Do I look like a wolf?
They're shifty. They're very shifty.
Far as I know, I'm not a wolf. I'm just a me.
Very well.
So you say it's never rained acid before?
Not that I can tell. That was really strange. You guys know what that was all about?
We have no idea.
Not yet, but I intend to find out.
So we're a little,
Definitely let me know.
we're a little confused ourselves, just trying to make sense of this whole situation. By the way, is it okay if we sleep here for some time? I can't tell if it's day or evening.
Well, sure. You guys are welcome to crash as long as you need.
We shouldn't rest. We have a battle in the portal we have to attend.
I suppose we do.
You guys
Battle
don't
is
look like
over.
you're in any condition to be fighting.
Well,
I know you're warriors and all. I'm sorry, adventurers. But you guys look like you're pretty tired.
I could go for some. All this battling has gotten me worn out.
I'll have to agree with the girl and Marthow here. We should rest.
The coming is coming. Do you remember that?
Coming can wait.
The coming won't wait. They don't live in acid rain. We do. We must go fight.
Peitri,
Peitri, you know we went through the portals, right? We're in the plane that the coming was in.
Are we?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
That was the portal battle, fool. Smacks him upside the head.
Ah.
What do
Yeah,
you mean
they've got-
portal battle?
We are not.
Yeah, what do you
from this-
mean?
we are not from this plane of existence.
Plane? What do you mean plane?
What Marthow means to say is we're aliens.
So it seems there's some confusion.
I'm very confused.
The lycanthropes and the acid rain all happened before you went through the portals.
Really?
Oh, I thought it was like.
Yeah, I thought we were in the portals.
No, because there's a city through the portals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought like we were outside the city.
Because I'm pretty sure the last
I thought you were
session
talking about
ended.
Ironside.
The last session
No,
ended.
that's
We
talking about
went
that.
through the portal. That's when we ended.
Yeah,
No.
we were through the portals last session.
Yeah, that's because we went through, and then you were like, "This is a good place to stop," because we like opened them up and we all went through.
You opened them.
I thought we went through
You
because
opened
I charged through on Blaze, but okay.
You opened them.
Yeah, I think we just
Before
opened them.
before you went through. If
All right,
if you
I missed that.
guys said that you went through last session, I'm retconning that.
Okay. Then I'm
See, I
retconning
thought I
all
made
of
it-
my.
I thought I made it clear at the beginning of the session before you guys go through the portals that you guys see
Martha and I
the lycanthropes.
really confused.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
No, I didn't catch it
Yeah.
either. But so if you're
Okay.
retconning, I'm retconning that every hysterical comment I ever made, and I take my slap back from Peitri. He was right all along.
So right now we are in the we didn't go through the portal still.
No, you're in some tunnel just outside the Ironside Mountains, or
Okay.
the whatever those mountains are called.
Gotcha.
Well, I was still suspicious of the girl, but I honestly do take back what I was saying about her living below cultists then, because I thought that's where we were.
Okay, yeah, she had no idea what you're talking about, and I tried to play that out.
That explains a lot now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I still think we should rest. Peitri, we're not going to be able to stop the coming in our current state.
We must.
Peitri, we just saw Brevan's force get obliterated by wolves and acid rain. What? Not that we don't have a chance, but we don't have a chance in our current state.
And then the little girl, well, not so little compared to Peitri, kind of grabs your hand and said, "And you're going to leave me alone when I just found new friends?"
Oh, God.
She's
Peitri blushes. And he's like, ugh.
Elmorn rolls his eyes.
I just shake my head and smile.
And I
Peitri
say, that
is
settles it.
Petrified.
That settles it. We're staying the night.
Oh, good. I'll get the beds ready. You guys go ahead and eat. And then she goes and into another room to get things ready.
Okay. I finished my snacks, and I pull out my pack. My pack that I've stored egg in for the battle. I didn't want him to get hurt, so he's in there. So I take out egg, and like as I'm like opening the
You
bag,
can't find egg.
what? That's not fair.
Uh-oh.
He was supposed to be my boon. I never got to find out what he did. You really gonna do that to me?
Rip egg.
Rip egg? All right.
Hard boiled.
Okay, fine. As I'm like rooting around my pack for egg, and I don't see him, my loot falls out, and I'm like, oh, and I pick it up, and I start thinking about the girl and how you said she looks like what my daughter would have looked like, and then I'm just like, I kind of study my loot for a while before I start strumming it, and I just start playing a song.
And what do you, Marthow and Peitri do?
I watch. Martha watches Elmorn curiously, and then can tell of the pain in his voice and the sadness behind his eyes as he plays, and it just kind of humbles Martha, and he just kind of sits there in silence and lays down. He's too tired to really do much.
Kolmar, not Kolmar. I mean, Peitri was impatient and by the sound of the loot, it sort of soothed him. He still like looks eager to like go back up and out, but he knows he has to stay. It's the smartest thing to do.
All right. So the girl comes out, and she looks at the snacks that she provided and says, "Oh, you guys must have been real hungry, huh?"
Oh, yes. Very hungry. Boy.
Did you guys want any more? I have a little bit more.
Elmorn just keeps playing his lute.
How about you? Do you not need these snacks to stay alive? What else?
Oh, I already ate. I ate before you guys got here.
What about tomorrow?
Well, I'll go hunting tomorrow.
For snacks?
No, not for snacks, silly. For real food.
Oh, okay. Well,
Have you been to Ironside?
I've heard of it.
You've heard. You've never been to the city?
No, it's too far for me.
What? Have you left your tunnels?
Why would I need to do that? Outside of hunting, what else is there?
Civilization. Oh, what? Peitri just seems so blown out by this concept of living in a tunnel. And he just shakes his head. He's just like, okay.
You had to have had some human contact before. How else would you learn to speak?
Oh, human contact. Sure, I've had plenty of that.
With who? I just stop playing my lute.
At that moment, so I'm making the assumption that everybody ate because nobody said that they didn't when I brought that out.
Oh my god.
Ding, ding, ding.
So what happens is all of a sudden you guys are thrown into darkness separately. And the last thing that you guys hear is Ellie saying, "I never lied."
Oh my god.
So we're gonna pick this up through emails separately. But what I want you guys each to email me is your character's absolute worst nightmare.
What the fuck?
Mine's easy.
Yeah, I think mine's fairly.
You could probably think of mine.
all right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so in case you guys haven't noticed, you guys are in a dream. And I left so many clues throughout the session.
Wait, what?
Dream?
So this was a Bizarro World thing? I was right the whole time? This wasn't actually happening? God damn it.
I thought it was a dream.
Oh, that's why Blaze didn't disappear. Oh.
Yep, there's a lot of things that worked differently than they normally would.
Wait, like what?
Like two wolves getting on the shoulders of a lycanthrope and acting like shoulder cannons.
I just thought that was your sick, twisted mind.
Yeah, I was just like, it's a super liking. What of it?
We should have known because we should have known it wasn't real because you never used the word undulating. So
Yeah, that's true.
nothing undulated this session.
Undulation was at a standstill.
So, did you guys suspect you were in a dream?
Nope.
Well, I did at first, but now and then you told me whatever. So no, I guess
Nope,
not.
I was taking everything literally.
Yeah, I thought it was real.
I suspected, just because I feel like, it seemed almost dreamlike in some spots, but
What else was a tip? So Blaze not disappearing. The fucking wolf super cannons.
The sudden appearance of acid rain and a little girl in a tunnel out in the middle of nowhere, popping up and saving you guys at the exact right moment.
See, those two things seem like they could happen, especially if she was a vampire, like I thought. She's not, apparently. What? Now I don't know what she is.
I was like, I felt like we had time to burn in the acid. I was like,
also, the way Peitri made Shield of Faith work.
yeah, that was epic. That's how it's meant to work, right?
I mean, Shield of Faith normally just gives you a +2 to AC.
I know.
That's it.
This is the worst. This is the worst kind of movie where you go through the whole movie thinking it's real, and at the end it turns out it's just a dream.
So here's the thing. I told you guys that it's a dream, but now you guys in the emails, your characters still don't quite know that it's a dream.
Right. No, I'm just kidding. I actually enjoyed this session a lot. It was fun.
I liked it. I was more so taking it as like an alternate universe and not so much as like a dream. I was like, oh, this could happen.
No, this is very much the mainstream universe.
Yeah.
We're just gonna wake up and it's the eve before the big battle.
I wonder if Kolmar had the same
I'm not
dream.
gonna spoil it for you for when you do wake up.
Oh God. When we do wake up, it wasn't a dream.
If you wake up.
If you wake up? Oh my God.
So as you guys are writing me your biggest nightmare, or the thing that is your character is most afraid of, feel free to frame it in a nightmare, like as if your character is living through the experience. Like all of a sudden you're separated from everyone, and then you're starting to live out your nightmare. And go nuts with it. We're not doing any kind of mechanics with it. We're gonna do it all free form, and I'll respond to you with what happens. And when you guys respond to me, feel free to take it in whatever direction that you want. And then we'll kind of, that way it's going to be less about a game necessarily as we're handling it through the emails. It's going to be more of like we're co-writers for a story.
Okay. So should we email you first then, all of us?
Each of you are going to email me separately. We're going to do separate emails. So
Right.
you guys, so like Elmorn is not going to know what's happening to Peitri or Marthow.
Right. Should we? That's what I was saying. Should we separately email you first to start it off? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All of this is going to be separate until I bring it together. When I bring it together, if I bring it together.
If we don't die in our dreams, apparently.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what did you guys think of this?
Like I said, I thought it was fun.
I'm blown out. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
That was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I tried to make it brutal without being too brutal. But
I felt like everything you did in the battle would have been what would have like would have been the consequence of what happened. So like I know that Peitri didn't get blasted that much because he had a shield wall, and I took that as it was literal. Like I was like, oh yeah, it makes sense that I wouldn't take much damage because I'm in this, and it makes sense that Elmorn takes a shit ton of damage because he's in the front of bloody 20 wolves fighting the head honcho. I don't know. I didn't see it as a dream. I just took it too literally, I guess.
That explains why my sentinel feat didn't work, guys, because it was a dream. Otherwise, I totally would have stopped him.
Well, there's that, but also like you see these shadows on the horizon, and then all of a sudden, within a minute, they're right in your faces. I mean,
No, I was
That's what them
things
shifty
are fast,
lycans
but they're
do.
not that fast. And then all of a sudden, wolves are appearing out of nowhere. Like without warning, Blaze is surrounded by 6 wolves, and then Blaze doesn't disappear after Blaze dies.
Yeah, no, you definitely left clues. I would have never picked up on them. I would have just been like, this is just Mike doing weird things. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just accepting it. Yeah. Okay.
I've come to
Well.
expect the unexpected.
Good. And I definitely really liked Anu how you played Elmorn with the swipe through. I definitely like when you guys are coming up with creative uses for your actions and things like that. And I'm also toying with a new kind of reaction that I'm going to be allowing to kind of create opportunities for more teamwork and cooperation when it's not your turn.
Mhm.
Because I think it will make the combats a little bit more dynamic, but I'm trying to think out how I'm going to do it before I bring it up to you guys to implement it and kind of play test it.
Okay.
What did you think of the session, Dustin? I don't think I heard you say anything.
Oh, I said I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay, good.
I thought it was fun. I liked I got to use my chaos bolt or whatever that spell is for the first time, and it turned out to be pretty effective and helpful. I liked our use. I liked the use of enlarge. I thought that was a fun way to combat the large lycanthrope.
Mm-hmm.
To make Elmorn really large is just as much, but then also make the other one smaller, so it wasn't that as big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought there was some interesting battle mechanics that I got to really play as a character, play as like what my role is more of a controller. So I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I thought it was a dream because I know Peter's game has like a shitload of dreams and you never know where the hell you are. So, this just sounds like we just don't know where we're going. So probably a dream.
Yeah. And I definitely I knew that I was gonna make some of these guys basically unstoppable, which was another part of the dream. Like the wolves were supposed to be too easy, but the main lycanthrope was supposed to be too hard, and that was supposed to be a giveaway. But after Dustin got that critical, and Elmorn scored a couple of criticals, I didn't want to take those away from you guys.
Yeah, that's when I was like, he's still alive. I'm like, he did 96 points of damage, like at point blank. I'm like, unless it's like a super beast, like that's a lot.
Are you talking about my first onslaught where he just got up and said, nah?
He healed. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was that, but
it was like a 10-minute damage calculation thing just for him to get up and be like, I'm fine.
Yeah, so that should have been a giveaway because even without silver, you should have been able to hurt the lycanthrope a bit more than you apparently did.
Magical weapons technically class as silver weapons as well. I think that's a rule that we should double check.
Usually, I don't. So I really like the idea that magical weapons do overcome a lot of resistances, but there are some creatures that, in addition to magical weapons, might need special material weapons. So especially in Eberron, like there's this whole material called bieshk. I don't know how that's pronounced, but I think that's what it's called. Bieshk, which is like a softer type of metal, but it's one that it somehow resonates or creates sort of a dissonance for creatures that are that come from Kyber or
Okay.
Zoriat, and so and then with lycanthropes, especially since they're such a big part of the setting of Eberron, and a couple of other creatures, there are times when even if they're magical weapons or even if they're spells, they're not going to have the same effect unless you have this material available.
Okay, I get you. So don't take the magical weapons are essentially silver weapons, literally, in the rulebook. Gotcha. Okay, I follow you.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Just because I feel like it makes a little bit more sense, because I mean,
Yeah.
there's definitely purpose for magic, but some creatures are creatures of magic, and
Yeah.
so even with that, obviously they're more powerful in the because they add bonuses to the damage or whatever, but it's still not quite the same.
Okay, I follow. That's cool.
So yeah, be as creative as you guys want in the nightmare scenarios that you guys start out with to email me, and we'll keep it going throughout the week and see where we land next week.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Oh lordy.
All right, guys.
Yeah, and another thing, just remember, don't worry about mechanics, worry about what makes sense. What makes sense for your character, what makes sense for your character's abilities, what makes sense in the fact that this is the dream and a dreamscape, but it's also one that you're not in control of because it is a nightmare.
All right.
At least you're not in control of it at the start. That may evolve and should evolve in that direction, but at the start, this is totally, you're in Freddy Krueger's realm,
Gotcha.
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
All right.
Could you guys hear the loop music I was playing?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard it.
That was good.
Was it too loud?
No,
Actually,
It was really quiet.
Otto, between that and your use of trying to think creatively about your actions, next time you're going to get an additional action point. Also, Brendan, for setting up the shields like you did, trying to be like military and stuff, even though, and that should have been another clue that these guys were just following Peitri's orders without question.
Yeah. I thought I was convincing enough.
He is the great and powerful Peitri.
Yeah, these soldiers of Brevans are just, listening to Peitri without question. That should have been a clue, but you're going to get an extra action point next time as well.
Well,
and Marthow, you I can't think of any specific examples right now, but you played really well tonight too, so you're getting an extra action point. So
yeah.
all three of you guys are getting extra action points for next session.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to give mine to Marthow. He saved our butts by killing the big boy lycan. Even though now I know it's a dream. He didn't really save us from anything.
Yeah. Saved you from yourselves.
Well, you don't know. I mean, if you would have died there, Freddy Krueger, you might have died for real.
Mm.
But actually, when I reveal it, it's going to be so much cooler. You guys don't know yet.
Mm.
Oh.
I'm scared.
You should be.
God, I'm scared.
Hawk lives with fear. That's this day in, day out thing.
Peitri's been on the brink of death before. He accepts it.
Guys,
Alright.
have a good night.
Alrighty, guys. You guys all have a good
Alright.
night. Thanks for playing.
Hey.
And of course, if you guys have any questions or need any clarification, I'll be around.
All right.
Awesome.
Night.
Bye, guys.
Later, y'all.